Most people think the industrial sector is just about factories and heavy machinery, but in reality, this sector is the physical infrastructure that keeps the global economy moving. Without industrial systems, goods cannot move, infrastructure cannot be built, and supply chains stop functioning. At its core, the industrial sector builds and operates the systems that allow modern economies to function and grow. Its goal is simple: to transform raw materials into productive assets through engineering, manufacturing, and logistics. To understand this sector, you need to break it into three core layers. The first layer is capital goods. This includes the manufacturing of aircraft, defense systems, heavy machinery, electrical equipment, and industrial tools. These are the physical machines that power construction, manufacturing, transportation, and energy systems around the world. The second layer is transportation and logistics. This is the global network that moves goods across countries and continents. Ships, trucks, railroads, cargo aircraft, and distribution centers all work together to keep global trade flowing every single day. The third layer is commercial services. These are the support systems businesses rely on to keep operations running efficiently. Maintenance, waste management, equipment repair, and facility services all belong to this layer. Together, these three systems form the backbone of the industrial economy. But what does the industrial sector actually produce? Its real output is movement and infrastructure. This sector builds roads, bridges, utilities, factories, and transportation systems. It also powers the continuous movement of freight, packages, raw materials, and industrial goods across global supply chains. In many ways, this sector acts as the physical circulation system of the economy. Now, who leads this sector? Different companies dominate different parts of the system. In manufacturing and industrial equipment, companies like Caterpillar, Honeywell, Siemens, Boeing, and Lockheed Martin build critical machinery and defense systems. In logistics and transportation, companies like UPS, FedEx, DHL, and XPO operate massive global delivery networks. These companies manage highly complex operations that allow the world to keep building, producing, and moving. Now let's talk about what drives this sector. One major driver is government spending. Countries invest heavily in infrastructure, defense systems, transportation networks, and energy grids. Another driver is automation. Factories and warehouses are becoming smarter through robotics, sensors, and AI-driven systems that improve efficiency and reduce costs. And another major trend is supply chain restructuring. After years of global disruptions, many companies are moving manufacturing closer to home to reduce geopolitical and logistical risks. Now, how do industrial companies actually make money? One major source is equipment sales. Companies sell heavy machinery, industrial tools, aircraft, and infrastructure systems directly to governments and businesses. Another source is long-term service contracts. Industrial systems require ongoing maintenance, repairs, software upgrades, and operational support. And in logistics, companies generate revenue through shipping fees based on speed, distance, and freight volume. But like any large system, this sector also faces serious risks. One major risk is trade policy. Tariffs and geopolitical tensions can disrupt global shipping routes and increase costs across the system. Another risk is supply chain disruption. Shortages of raw materials or delays at ports can slow production worldwide. And finally, economic pressure matters a lot. High energy costs and high interest rates can reduce demand for new industrial projects and infrastructure investment. Today, the industrial sector is becoming smarter, more automated, and more connected through technology. But despite all the innovation, its core role remains the same. It builds the physical systems that allow the global economy to function. And when industrial activity slows down, the broader economy often slows down with it. If you want to understand markets, you have to understand this system. Subscribe to NAVIXA for clear, structured market insights.